box came packaged in some cool tape by Hansshow. I cut it open and immediately began opening the box, turning it sideways and sliding the big box from inside out. Inside were some manuals, followed by some other manuals, followed by some wires, some more wires. I then took the unit out from the box. My first impressions was it looked awesome. It's super clean, it's like an Apple product being unveiled. The bracket for mounting it. Here are some instructions, followed by a QR code for a manual as well as other instructions. Here's a first close-up look at the unit, and here's a 360-degree look at it. You can see the vents on the back where the air gets passed through, as well as a USB-C port on the top, as well as the power, ground, and the camera wire. Here's the wiring harness for both the car and the unit. Here's the power and the ground cables. This is a trim tool used to take the trim off of the car. HUD install on 2023 Model Y Performance. Step 1 is to remove the plastic side trim pieces. Step 2 is to remove the dash assembly using the trim tool. You can just pop these right off and use your hand to take it off afterwards. Step 3 is to run the power, ground, and the camera wire through your dash. Line up the wires to have power coming through one notch from where the furthest right side of the bracket will be screwed in. Step 3 is to add the bracket and screw in the screw. Only 2 of my screws worked out of the 4. Step 4 is to plug in the wiring harness together. Step 5 is to run the wiring harness through the car's frame. Begin by the footwell as shown in the next step. Step 6 is to remove the passenger footwell trim. Step 7 is to unclip the clip in the passenger footwell. Step 8 is to run wiring harness through the car. Try to keep from too much slack being built up. Stretch it as much as you can. Step 9 is to unplug the lowest clip, plug it into the harness, and then plug the harness back into that original clip's location. Step 10 is to plug the wiring harness into the blue OBD port. The OBD port can be seen in the back of the passenger footwell, as seen here in the video. Pretty easy to find. Step 11, plug power and ground back into the device, and test the unit out from this point to make sure that it's working. I wouldn't quite add your dash back on yet because you need to add a front blind spot camera. How to add front blind spot camera. Step 1 is to open the frunk. And step 2 is to unclip the panel above the frunk. Step 3 is to unclip the clip to the right of the frunk that is holding the frunk into place. Step 4 is to unbolt 2 lug nuts in the frunk, and then unbolt the 2 other lug nuts on the front of the trim in front of the frunk. These are very accessible, very easy to find. Step 5 is to unclip the frunk light and then remove the frunk from the car. Step 6 is to unclip the clip from the trim that's blocking the firewall. Step 7 is to run the camera wire through the front bumper firewall. There's a little rubber grommet that you can see right here in the video. You slide it up through that and then pull it through. Step 8 is to attach the camera wire to a guide wire with electrical tape. I used a coat hanger. Find the grommet in the firewall. This allows you to run wire through from the front to the inside of the car. Step 10 is to detach the grommet from the firewall and run the guide wire past the firewall. This allows it to come out in the passenger bay. Step 11 is to pull the wire through the firewall. I would detach it from the guide wire and pull the guide wire back. I also recommend you adjust the wire locations to prevent tangles and snags. Step 12 is to wiggle the grommet till it fits back into place. Step 13 is to run the camera wire through the dash and plug it back into the heads-up display. Again, make sure to not leave too much slack. I used electrical tape to plug my stuff down. Step 14 is to put the dash back into place. And step 15 is to drill out the pilot hole for the camera. For the pilot holes, I recommended using scissors. I couldn't get a drill in there, but I could spin scissors in a circle. Step 16 is to screw the camera into the bumper. You have now successfully installed your camera. I recommend that you test it out and then adjust it accordingly. Its orientation might not be correct out the box. To activate the camera, hold your right jog wheel for 5 seconds. This will activate voice activation as well as the camera. But look at that, that is pretty sweet, huh? View and opinions.
This is one of the things where I didn't really anticipate needing it, but then once I had it installed, I've loved what it's added to my car. The first thing I love about the dash is that it's aesthetically pleasing. It looks like it fits in with the rest of the car, and it has me so that I'm not looking at the middle screen anymore. Secondly, Apple Carplay is a huge benefit to have inside of a car. It allows third-party app integration, which is something Tesla doesn't allow. This basically allows you to use Waze and other third-party apps up on your display while you're driving. The front-facing camera is also a very cool addition with this piece of hardware. This allows you to see the front of your car as you're driving forward. It stops at about about 15 miles per hour. It's just an extra redundancy, which isn't necessary given all the cameras that are on a Tesla, but the location of this one is nice that it's low below the bumper, and it allows you to see what you otherwise couldn't see in your blind spot. Having the vents on the bottom allows the air conditioning to blow right through. It just looks really good. Check out the link in the description to get yours. That does offer a discount. Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope that you guys like the product. Check out Hansshow below. You can get all their products on their website. Top quality stuff, guys. Check it out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thank you guys for coming out, and have a good one. Peace.